It's your host, Audrey here, and want to start out by shouting out our certified Sam Stans on our certified Sam Stan tier on Patreon. Say that 5 times fast. That was a lot. We're so grateful to you guys who are on that tier because it's our highest tier. So we want to say thank you directly. So thank you, Kuda, Killabees, Templeton, and Elizabeth. We love you. Thanks for your support. And if you're not on Patreon, come check us out. There's a lot of fun extra stuff for you guys every month and every week. And to every one of you who has come back to join us for our 3rd season, welcome back. We love you. Without further ado, let's get into it.
But Daddy, I love him. But I realized I got told that I do quite a good generically American accent, so there you go. By an American, I would like to say.
Nice. By an American. I'm sure it's true. I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, but when I noticed when I played it back through my TV, so I could get it at the proper volume, I could hear like this dong noise in all the silent bits, so I had to go back and like edit them all out. It wasn't noticeable when I was just playing it on my laptop, but when it was like loud through the TV, I was like, I don't want those on like going.
It's not like part of the vibes.
No.
Bong, bong, bong. Okay, cool. Y'all, we have Vic. She's talking about drag, and we have Elle today to talk about a hugely iconic Supernatural episode from season 3.
I just waved instead of saying hi.
We always do that. You never know. I might actually use these images one day. You never know.
as blackmail.
Yeah, that's exactly. I'm gonna make a TikTok and be like, what do I do? Hold you ransom? Give me money.
That's right.
Or I was gonna wave at you. But yeah, we're doing a very Supernatural Christmas, which is maybe the episode I've seen the most because I do tend to watch it every Christmas, like out of context. I'm so excited. I'm Audrey. I didn't introduce myself, but I feel like everybody knows who the fuck I am at this point. They're like, oh, the annoying voice. Yeah, that's Audrey.
What?
Y'all,
please.
I cannot wait to talk about this. And we have had such a Colin Ford like week because we also did our 1st anniversary live chat, live blog, watch along party last night. And so we got to also watch After School Special where Colin Ford plays young Sam again. So I watched 2 Colin Ford episodes of Supernatural yesterday. So I'm feeling great right now because as you guys can imagine, this is a Sam podcast. We love him very much. We love young Sam so much. So let me get into the summary and then we can just start crying. How's that?
Sounds great.
That's all I do when I watch this. I'm like, oh, babies.
Sounds like an episode of the podcast.
Yeah, literally. We're either screaming into the void or crying about it.
Oh my God.
Or both sometimes. Okay, so this one is actually, it said it was written by Kripke and Carver and that it was
that's another case of
just
Carver
like
wrote it,
but Kripke's the showrunner. Yeah,
kind of thing. It says on the Super Wiki that it's basically a case of the story was kind of a collaborative thing that they came up with in the writers' room.
Yeah,
and then Carver wrote the script. So.
And then we got a director, J. Miller Tobin, which I have no idea who he is.
Born Under a Bad Sign and Free to Be You and Me are 2 of the other ones he's done. So
Born Under a Bad Sign, a pod favorite minus me.
That's right.
And Free to Be You and Me. So 2 pretty.
Yes, that one's a great one.
Heavy Sam episodes.
Heavy Sam. Yeah, I love that. Okay, so for those of us who don't know the story, here's the summary. Sam and Dean are doing this case where people are going missing in the middle of the night, being taken by someone very violent. And the cold open is horrifying because I think Santa gets murdered, like put in a Santa sack and like taken up the chimney in front of a child. It's very upsetting. The children in this show in this episode specifically, like are so good at what they're doing, because there's like a few kids who have to just watch this creature do something terrifying in front of them and just like react and watch, and they're all really good at it. when it turns out, when Sam and Dean start working this case, because it's during Christmas, obviously, it's starting to like help them like do flashbacks to when they were kids. So what I would call the main storyline to me is the flashbacks, because we're learning so much about the boys when they were little. But the main storyline in the flashbacks is Sam and Dean are left alone, neglected at Christmas in some fucking motel, and Sam continues to, as a young boy, ask questions because he's like, I'm old enough. Like, what happened to mom? Like, why are we always alone? Why do we travel all the time? Like, what's going on? It's like very clear this is like when Sam learns about the supernatural for the first time. And young Dean is trying to keep the facade up for dad. So when it finally comes out that, well, yes, monsters are real and like dad fights them, like little Sam gets very upset and he's like, well, is dad gonna be here for Christmas? And Dean's like, yes, he promised. And so at the end of that little part of the story, like Sam wakes up the next morning and Dean has like stolen presents because bless his heart, he's a child. And he's like, look, dad came and there's Christmas. And they have this like moment, and like baby Sam gives Dean the present that he had originally gotten for dad because fuck dad, dad's never there. He sucks ass. And Dean is the one who tried to provide this like fun moment for him. It's very sad. And then you feel bad for these children, but then he opens the present and it's the Samulet. And then they do this really good thing where like they flash to current day Dean and he's still wearing it, which is like really sweet. It's just it's the origin of the Samulet. So in what I feel is the secondary story, which is Sam and Dean working this case, Dean keeps wanting them to have Christmas, and Sam's like, I can't, I don't want to do Christmas. Like, you can do it. I'm not interested. And as they work the case, it comes out, Dean's kind of like, well, I want to do Christmas because like it's my last Christmas. And Sam's kind of like, but I can't do it because it's your last Christmas because like it's too painful for me. And so they end up nabbing these like gods, like they are like selling meadowsweet wreaths and then doing this. They make it seem like it's Krampus. It's not. And they end up like going and doing a ritual and like eating what they call tributes. And so that's how people are going missing. So they end up abducted. Sam and Dean end up abducted because they're looking for the meadowsweet, and they're tortured a little, but then they get control of the situation. And for whatever reason, these two idiot gods have the very thing that will kill them set up in their front living room. The evergreen Christmas tree, and they get staked by the evergreen Christmas tree. And then at the end, Dean comes home from, I guess, like the gas station or something, and Sam is like, surprise Christmas, let's do Christmas things. So they like exchange gifts, and like it's like a cute parallel to like Dean when he was little doing Christmas for Sam, and here like adult Sam doing Christmas for Dean. And then it's just very sweet. And then they have a sweet moment and where dudes can't say like love you man, they're like let's watch the game, and then they just watch the game. It's the end. Did I forget anything important? Like I feel like I was all over
Crying.
No, I think you covered it.
Crying.
Elle's crying into her keyboard. It's like one of my favorite episodes. It is the episode that convinced me the first time through that this was my show. I truly love this
Really?
episode. Yeah, it took me a little while. Like I enjoyed season 1 and 2. I did really, really love them. But this was when I was like, fuck, okay, these are my children. Those are my boys. This is my show. So where do you guys want to start? Here's where I'll start. It's very upsetting to me that my least favorite shirt ever is introduced in my favorite episode of the series, like one of my favorite episodes.
Oh, we're going in hard straight on Rusty Bacon Balls.
Because
okay.
on the preview, it's Sam in the Rusty Bacon shirt. So if y'all have heard me talk about the shirt, we've heard tell the legend of the Rusty Bacon shirt, but it has not appeared until now, and I'm actually offended that I didn't realize it appeared in like the episode that clinched it for me. But that's how good this episode is, that the first time through I didn't even notice how heinous the shirt is. But like I'm in the minority. Like Christy was supposed to be on this episode too, and she even said, she was like, someone defend the Rusty Bacon shirt for me. And both these people that I have on right now with me also like it, and I think it's heinous. So I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I am alone.
And this episode also has the white floral inside out maternity shirt, which I know you
Girl.
also hate.
Yes.
It is
I was
so
gonna say
offensive. I wrote about it. Don't worry, we'll get there.
both of your like least
Both
favorite
of my
shirts are on this.
nemeses are on this episode, which is like one of my favorite episodes. It's fine. Let's talk about okay, this is what I want to start with because the tone of this episode is so interesting, and I think it's so impressive the way that they're able to keep the camp of horror and the the gore of horror going in the midst of what is also like a really emotional episode and a very important like lore episode. Like it is perfectly balanced, and it's very, to me, very impressive.
Yes.
Agreed.
This is also an episode where the brighter color palette of season 3 actually serves it really well.
Yeah, because it's Christmas.
We can talk. Yeah, like we can talk. Well, and because it's supposed to be emulating that, like in parts emulating that, like Christmas special. Like,
yeah,
you know, they're always going to be a bit bright and technicolor and whatever. So the brighter color palette really suits this episode. So
heck yeah,
kind of nice. Yeah.
So my next note was suits. They're in suits, just soaking it in while we can because the lucky bacon shirt is lurking, just like the Krampus.
Yeah, I mean, my first note was lifetime of therapy for the kid who saw Santa got eaten.
Oh right! Oh my gosh!
Who then turned out to
scary.
Well, first you see Santa get eaten, then you find out Santa wasn't real because it was your granddad, and then you find out your granddad's dead.
Granddad and Santa are gone.
Right. I mean, like the order of that, right? You see Santa get eaten, and then Grandpa's gone, and you're just like, Grandpa's gone. Grandpa's dead. What? Where's Grandpa? I don't know. You know, he should have been here last night because he was dressing up as Santa.
Well, Sam finds his tooth in the fireplace.
Yes. Yeah. But I don't think they tell the family that.
No, he's like, because Dean goes like, oh, he couldn't have fit up the chimney, and Sam goes, yeah, not in one piece, and I was like,
yeah, that was. I also wrote a note about that, and my only note is ew.
What confused me is we did see the foot fall out of the.
We saw a boot.
Yeah. Well,
it's
okay. I thought it was like a foot. I thought it was a foot.
It could have been a foot. I mean,
because of the tone of this episode, I did believe foot, but it could have just been a shoe falling off, I guess.
It must have been a boot because otherwise they would have presumably had slightly more idea that, you know,
shown us the stomp.
Be,
right.
Well, and dead, right?
The authorities would have DNA if it was a full. But there's blood on that boot. So...
Forensics.
So maybe they're just like, no, that's weird. The kid is obviously just hallucinating a dream that he had, and Grandpa just wandered off. But we have this
without a
boot
shoe
covered in blood. This was his boot, and the kid in the background is going, "That was Grandpa's boot."
I thought it was Santa. And this is a very fucked up like story. It's very I don't know. I can't explain the tone. It's camp, but it's also like dark humor, and it's weird.
Right. If you think too hard about it, it's traumatizing.
It's very upsetting.
This is what I like about Christmas horror, is it tends to be like campy. Like
it has to be.
It's a genre, right? Like Christmas horror is a genre, and I like. I can't really cope with like horror, but like campy horror I do enjoy. So.
Yeah, like silly shit. And it does such a good job of being like walking that line of being like, is this too much? And then it kind of veering towards like camp, and you're like, okay, it's okay.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
Wait, do people really dress up like Santa and then let their kids wake up and quote find them putting presents under their tree? Is that a thing?
I don't know. You're the parent here. What do we know?
We've never done. We don't maintain a fiction that Santa Claus is real.
Good, because I feel like that's. Yeah. I don't like lying to children.
Yeah.
I am a teacher. I don't like to lie to kids, but like I'm not a mother. So I feel like the tradition of doing something like that would be cute. Like my parents used to, like my dad would eat like a bite out of the cookies and then like mess up the fireplace so it looked like someone came in and out and be like, whoa, look. And mom and dad would like play along, and it would be so cute. But like it was nice. But my cousin Chad was a dean, and he's the one who told me that Santa wasn't real. So like I was little, and so then I was like, well, okay, like
Yeah, I mean, I guess we do kind of a mix of that. Like
Yeah.
we do the trappings. Like we've written a note to Santa
Oh,
on the night of, like, here are some cookies for you. We've left a little treat. We make some of the presents from Santa. But if he asks us point blank, like, is Santa real? We're like, no, Santa's a fun idea that helps us celebrate the holiday. It's
I
like
like
the,
Yeah.
that. Or you can
yeah.
do both. That's
Yeah.
great. I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
But
very
I
cute.
just thought I was watching this, like, it's so sweet. Like, because his grandpa, I was kind of like, "Meh." He's like, well, we'll see if Santa shows up, if you were a good kid or not. And I'm like, okay, grandpa.
Yeah.
And then,
It's
but
like
then he's
blackmailing
like,
your child through the year.
right? That's the other thing I don't like about it.
Yeah.
But with this scene, like the grandpa just being like kind of like that, but then fully dressing up in Santa stuff and having a bag full of boxes or whatever, and then jingling the bells on purpose because he knows the kid is like around the corner waiting. I
Yeah.
was just like, this is like
A
this is
lot.
really so sweet. It's so much.
Hmm.
It's really sweet. It's a shame about the gruesome death, but it's really sweet.
Like, just don't pay
Like,
attention to that
don't
part.
pay attention to that part. Everything else is
Wholesome
really
Christmas
nice.
movie. This
A
is
very
just like
wholesome.
the Christmas cottage, if you will.
I was gonna call the Christmas cottage a Christmas horror.
Did did you did you did you know that there is a Christmas cottage reference in this episode?
Which
Wait,
one?
say it.
Where?
Thomas
The
Kincaid?
motel, yeah, well, the motel room that they're staying in is the Thomas Kincaid suite.
Oh, I
Is it?
missed
Did you not know?
that.
Yes,
I
did you not
didn't
notice?
notice. I feel
Yeah, and
I
there's
feel
like a Thomas
terrible.
Kincaid Christmas style painting up on the
Oh,
wall
As
as well.
that's
as the
so
resident
embarrassing.
Christmas cottage champion, I feel terrible for not noticing that.
Well, as a person who's literally engaged to an artist, I'm not allowed to enjoy Thomas Kincaid because it's
Yes.
terrible. And I don't.
Well,
I don't like Thomas Kincaid.
I'm not a huge fan of Thomas Kincaid
Isn't he
either.
Jesus-y too? Is he like a Christian or something? It's like Christian. It's like
I
Christian art or something.
Yeah, I
Mm.
don't
Is
think
it?
he was a particularly nice person either, from what I understand. But
Even though he had those big, watery, like sad eyes when Jared Padalecki was. I just looked this man up. He does not look like Jared Padalecki.
No, I'm sure he didn't.
No, no.
Oh, he died. He died in 2012. And his
Oh,
birthday is the same as my parents. So I'm like, oh, he must have been like sick or something 'cause he was young. That was like, he
oh
was like,
gosh.
shit.
Oh no.
Now we're speaking ill of the
Now
dead.
we feel bad.
A celebrated American artist who created over 1,000 works of idyllic scenes in soothing pastels.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was only 54 when he passed away.
he's straight up hotel art.
Yeah, he really is.
He's painting the light.
Here it is. It says, why was he controversial? It's because he had many faces: the devout Christian who painted God's light, the mercenary businessman sued by more than a few of his 350 franchises, and the volatile drinker subject to the
Yes.
gamut of allegations for his intoxicated behavior. He had allegations.
Allegations.
Why did he get to have Jared Padalecki play him? This man does not deserve.
I know.
Well,
How
it's
wild. That's
the only
wild.
way that you could sympathize with him is if Jared's puppy eyes are working in your
And he has a
in his
big
favor.
red scarf on.
Yeah, big reds and a cold little
Yeah,
nose.
cold little red nose. Okay, let's stop
Cold little
talking
cheek.
about
Okay, that's
that. Though it is relevant
That's
because it is a Christmas movie, and this
That-
is a Christmas episode.
that can be a
And as
whole
I said,
Christmas
no, it
episode
is-
of the
and the
podcast later.
movie is referenced in the episode.
Yes.
That's
Um,
true.
I-
Good point.
I will bring us back on track by saying that this is a great episode for me because there is a lot of Sam with terrible posture, and
Aw,
I love Sam with terrible posture.
just standing kind of like.
No, it's mostly when he's sat down because
Mm.
he's so tall and he's like
He has to, like, lay
right
back.
He
over-
has to like slouch in order to be in the
Yeah.
frame.
No,
Yeah.
it's mostly when he's like trying to look at his laptop, like
Mhm.
where he's like so hunched over
His lap is so far away from his face because
Yeah.
He's gotta-
is so long. He has
But
to
the-
curve it
Yeah.
to reach it.
The other thing that I really noted is having watched like quite a lot of later season stuff in the relatively recent past is like how relaxed Sam's body language is. I just particularly noticed it in this episode compared to like later seasons. Like
Yes.
Sam's
That's
never,
actually
like,
very
you know,
sad.
the most
Yeah,
the
that's
most
really sad.
relaxed person on earth, but
Mhm.
he's
Thanks.
so relaxed in comparison.
Yeah, and this one especially is just chilling on the couch with his arms spread
Yeah,
out, and he's
yeah,
like, "So,
exactly.
anyways, Krampus," and it's like, Oh, like look at him doing research. Well, I also pointed out that is a beautiful blue gray plaid on in the scene, and that Dean is really wearing that jacket. And I think that is a really good choice because it's something that he obviously does wear on occasion, but I don't think I remember seeing it recently. This really brings us back to season one. So we've already got the
Mm.
nostalgia a little bit because we're seeing it in every scene almost, this dad's jacket. And
Yeah.
I just like that. I like that touch where they're like, we got to make sure Dean's got the jacket on this time too, because we're flashing back and it just feels like a relic of that
Mm.
vibe, the nostalgia of
Yeah,
that.
they really made sure Dean and Sam, I think, but
He's
Dean
in a hoodie
especially, Dean
at one point.
especially is like very much Dean style,
Hmm.
which is good because then we flash back to young Dean. It's very much that t-shirt under long sleeve shirt.
Yes.
Like
Mm.
it is still iconically Dean,
Yes.
the multiple layers. I
Hmm.
love that he doesn't know who Mary Poppins is, though.
Yeah. And Sam's like, "Ugh, forget
He's the
it.
one who
Anyways.
made the reference to the chimney sweep
Yeah, this
in the
there.
first place.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy that he didn't know who like Dick Van Dyke was or Julie Andrews, but whatever, it's fine. Um, I
It's
think
funny at least.
this is where people also kind of have those moments where like they're like, "Oh, see, Sam had a childhood, Dean didn't." And it's like, well, no, Sam was into like horror films. He knows every pop culture reference in the horror genre. I think he just wasn't interested in that. But I don't know. They could have set up Sam to watch Mary Poppins while poor little what like 8-year-old Dean and John are like planning on it. I don't know. Um, but
Yeah, I'm
did you?
sure there's nothing else to watch, on those motel TVs that's not scrambled.
Yeah. Did y'all notice Sam's cute little braided bracelet that he was wearing?
I noticed. I wrote a
Mhm.
note about
Yes.
it.
I did too.
I love that little, I think I love that little bracelet so much.
Me too. I don't know why. I just think it's cute that he just
I
like
think
has it.
for me, I think it's nice that it's just like very tightly around his like bony little wrist. I just like it.
It's pleasing.
It's
is this
it's
another brace?
aesthetic.
Is this a different bracelet to the jelly bracelet, the one he always wears? So number one, I definitely know this because there's someone on Tumblr whose user is jelly bracelet, and they have a whole series cataloging the jelly bracelet in
What
every
is a
episode.
jelly bracelet? Is it made of
It's
jelly?
it's
Oh, it's like
you
those
know
jelly
like kind of like
shoes.
yeah, like jelly shoe material. They were apparently quite popular in the early
Oh,
2000s. I
I
don't know,
Stringy,
but
as a teacher, I do
spongy,
know what those
it's
are.
rubber.
actually
Yeah.
it's actually something that Jared wore because apparently him and Sandy wore them as like promise ring kind of things, like because she had a matching white one that, and he never took it off, which is why
Well, he
like
did eventually.
well, sure. But yeah, that's why he wears it all the way up to the end. Like Sam wears it all the way up to the end of series 3, I guess.
Damn. So like he was engaged to this girl.
To be very clear, Jared and Sandy were already broken up and not engaged when Jared and Jen met.
Right. That's not what I was implying. I'm just saying
Yes,
that has
no,
got
I
that
think
has
we
got
should
to
probably
hurt.
make that clear.
That has
Yeah.
gotta hurt though. Like you were engaged to this man, and then the next season he's like, actually, I found the one. Not me about to go Astro Girly again. I won't. So the way all the elves at the Christmas land were wearing Buddy the elf outfits was cracking me up. Because
It was so funny.
is that before Elf? Like what year did Elf come out?
I don't know.
Well, I'm looking it up. It came out in 2003, so it literally was copying off of Elf. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
I was
That
kind of like, is
it's
this a
so funny.
copyright strike? Like, are they allowed to just wear Buddy the Elf? Like, what are we doing?
I mean, that whole movie was also based on very specifically modeled after the claymation Christmas specials
Mm.
itself.
Right, but obviously, like they made the movie when they got permission. So I was like, did they ask the Elf people if it was okay that they directly like copied off of Elf, or
There-
did it not matter?
There is
I think-
some special about how they made Elf, and it's wild, and
I
it
love
it
it.
really should never have actually worked as
Yeah.
a movie. So I'm not actually sure they did get permission.
Maybe they just found like a generic elf costume. And
Yeah.
that was like what it was.
That was just
And how old
yeah.
are those movies? My God, like
Very.
so old. I love Elf though, and we're not going to talk about Elf because this is not an Elf podcast. But the moment where like the little puffin says there, like that is my favorite moment of Christmas besides like the Muppet Christmas Carol. Like every year, I'm
Oh my
like, I need
gosh.
to hear the puffin say there. In order
Audrey,
for it to be Christmas.
are you gonna post up a required Christmas watch list for everyone so that we know what you're watching at Christmas time? Because you seem to have a lot
Sure.
of this is what I'm watching every
I would
Christmas.
love that. I know that it has to be a Muppet Christmas Carol. It's the greatest movie of all time. It's the only version of Dickens' like Christmas Carol that I accept, even including Dickens' original. Like I think the Muppets made it
I mean,
improved upon it.
It's very faithful to the
It
original as
is.
well.
It's like how people are like, "Oh my God, can you believe this Baz Luhrmann version of Romeo and Juliet exists? How did that?" Like, and I said, I'm like, "Yeah," and it's the closest to the actual play. What do you mean? Like, you can have Muppets and it can still be spot on. This is why I'm
Yeah.
waiting for a Pride and Prejudice of like the Muppets, but with Mr. Darcy as the only like human. I think that would be so funny. And it would be so dead on. And that's one of the reasons I love the Muppet Christmas Carol, because Michael Caine literally said, like, I'm not going to play this camp. Like, I am going to play this
Yeah.
so
He plays it
seriously.
absolutely straight. Yeah.
It's perfect. He's perfect. We're so lucky.
Yeah.
My heart is growing 3 sizes right now thinking about it. Anyways, so Supernatural. Colin Ford as Baby Sam. What a fucking star. And that other kid as Dean, he's there.
I actually really like the
I was going to say,
Kid
I
Dean.
think he's my favorite young Dean.
I don't
like the
have
one
a
in
young
After
Dean that
School
I
Special
like.
too, but
Yeah, I don't like any of it. I mean, After School Special is the closest to what I believe Dean would be like as a teenager. And I do
Yeah.
love that. He's a little too old, but this kid is just not a good actor. I don't really
Yeah,
like him. He's not a good actor.
In fairness, the little too old thing is like enhanced by the fact that they correctly chose to cast Colin again in After School Special, who is significantly younger than Sam is supposed to be in that episode.
But can we talk about how canonically Dean is huge as a teen and Sam is a tiny little baby?
Yes.
And yet the fandom discourse is that Dean was malnourished, and that's why he doesn't he doesn't reach his full potential of being a 6'7" man because Sam stole all his nutrition. Like the show canonically shows you that as they're growing, that is not true. In fact, Sam is a little pipsqueak until I guess he hits puberty. I don't know when he gets tall. But at some point he has a huge growth spurt, but it is not evident. While Dean is almost an adult at this point. He's like probably 18, 19 as a senior.
It's especially crazy to me because that somehow insinuates that a man who is 6'3" it has stunted 6'2" has stunted growth.
I know. Actually,
but
yeah, I think he's like the exact. Let me say, Jensen Ackles.
I'm pretty certain Jensen's 6'1". And Jared is actually 6'5".
Which we talked about before because he lied. Why would you take one inch is going to do anything for you? Like it's believably that you're 6'4", but 6'5" is like a monster, whatever. It's
I understand that being tall, very tall, apparently as an actor can be like. It can make quite a big difference.
Right, but 1 inch, 6'4" is still huge.
I don't know. Maybe
it's because Conan O'Brien is 6'4", and he was like, you know what? Conan is successful as a 6'4" man, and then he has that big tall hair to make him an inch taller.
Yeah, maybe like I don't know. Maybe his agent knew that when casting people look at it, there's like some sort of
like 4 is a softer number.
Well, you know, because it's a round number, right? And so 6'5" is maybe where people start to be like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
I'd be like 6'6" is like a round number, and 6 foot is a round number.
6'5" is a round number to me. I just think
they're all round numbers unless they have decimal points after them. To me,
it's very true.
So
if we're gonna go into math, I'm gonna have to leave.
So late on this episode.
But
I do wonder now that you mention it, I wonder if there's a technical component to it. Like is like the height of an apple box, which is what they use to like make actors be on a level when they're trying to get them in
Yeah.
frame. Like if 6'4" is the max height at which an apple box can account
work.
for the average height of like
Maybe.
either a male or female co-star to
Oh,
get
I
them in
bet
frame.
you're right. I bet
I
you're
have
right.
no idea. I'm
That's
talking out of my ass, but I like wonder if there's
That's
some kind
so
of a
smart
computer
though.
thing.
I bet that is where they're like, we can't work with you because we'd have to get like an apple box and a half if you're 6'5", but if you're 6'4",
That's
one
weird.
apple box.
Yeah. I think they did call them Jilly boxes on the Supernatural set because of course so many people came from X-Files and they got called Jilly boxes because of Jillian.
Because she's the
Because of
teeniest,
Jillian.
tiniest
She's so
badass.
tiny.
Yes.
We love her.
Well, and also David Duchovny is also very tall. So
He's huge.
David Duchovny is
Yeah.
tall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Thank you.
right,
I
we're
can never
looking
pronounce
that
his
up.
surname.
Wait, I thought he was.
He's not tall.
I'm
I don't think
open
he's
to
quite
being
He's
wrong.
6
tall as
foot tall.
Karen.
He's not that tall. Gillian Anderson is just really small. She's like 5'3".
Okay, she is very tiny then.
Yeah, because my dad is 6'3" and my mom is 5'3", and so there's like a foot between them. And I was like, they're not
That's-
that different. And I think Gillian Anderson is 5'3". Also, I've met her. She's beautiful in person.
Oh, I'm sure.
Conventions are so fun. Yeah, she's so cool.
I am very jealous.
It's my social currency. I just like
love her.
drop when I like. By the way, I've met that person at a convention.
Should we talk about the episode of Supernatural?
I mean,
Sorry,
if you want to. The thing is, this is one
I
episode.
derailed you this time.
And
yeah,
so
that's
we
true.
can
We've
talk as
got
long as
all
we
the
want.
time in the world.
And it's
Okay.
because now we've got unlimited Zoom, so we're just like
Yeah, we're like not pressed at all.
Have you guys ever seen that episode? I don't know if you guys have ever watched Seinfeld, but there's an episode of Seinfeld where where Elaine is driving on the street and there's like another story where like I think Kramer is like going up and down the highways like painting over the lines so that the lanes are wider. And when Elaine gets on the street, she starts going, "Oh my God!" And she's driving like in zigzag. She's like, "This is luxurious." And every time you remind me that we have unlimited Zoom, I think of that moment because I'm like, "Oh, we have so much time. This is so luxurious."
Luxurious.
Wow.
That's really funny.
A
I've
line
never
that
seen
made
that
me want to
episode.
cry. It's so funny. You should watch it. The one line that made me want to cry about little baby Sam says, "Uncle Bobby gave it to me to give to him." I love it. Like, I just love that Bobby has been like kind of like a moment, like a in their life throughout.
Yeah.
And I love that baby Sam is spicy is my next thing that I said. Because
Yes.
he doesn't
Yes.
whine, he doesn't cry, he doesn't go, "Hey," he's just like, yeah, he's like sarcastic. Like
My favorite,
there it is.
yes, when Dean is like, "What is that?" And he's like, "Oh, what are you giving him? A pony." Like the sass. I just love that line so much.
Yeah.
I
And
love
so
it.
much.
I mean, also Dean's line of the like everywhere we go, people get fed up with your face. Or, like it's just very brothers. Like
It gets so
I-
sick of your face.
They're just I think that's one of the reasons that I said I actually like this kid playing Dean because like I don't know about his acting like mannerisms or whatever, but a lot of his line reads I was like, yeah, I can picture
Yeah,
Dean
yeah.
saying
I don't-
this
he- I
with
don't
this
think he
inflection.
he doesn't nail the mannerisms in the way Colin nails Sam's mannerisms, but on the
Yeah.
other hand, like it's so impressive that an 8-year-old, 9-year-old kid is managing to nail another actor's mannerisms that well that like I don't think we can really hold
It's not
the other
fair
kid actor
to the Dean
standard. Yeah.
actor.
Yeah, I
He's-
just don't
he
think
just
that
can't compete.
I just don't think that young man is a very good actor, period. Like I don't think any of his line reads were very good. I think when he is playing off of Colin, he does a good job, but when he has to kind of like present lines like, "Well, the truth is monsters are real and her dad's the best." And I'm just like, God, first of all,
Yeah.
that line it's just not good. But I like if a good actor was delivering those lines, like it would hurt my heart because I would be like, "Oh my God, he thinks John is the best." But instead I'm just like
I don't think that's a badly written line to me.
I don't think
like,
it's a
'cause
badly written line. I think he delivers
it's-
it badly.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Like I
So
just
gonna
don't
say it's a very kid way of trying to like
It's exactly what Dean
explain
would
that to
think.
them.
And
Yeah.
I was taken out of it because this kid is not a good actor. And I'm
Yeah.
so sorry if this kid is like he's hurt in his heart that like he never had a career as an actor, but there's a reason. And it was because he's not very good.
Now I want to look him up and see who
Not
he is.
good.
See if he had
Well,
anything afterwards.
also, I don't think he looks like Dean. His hair is too dark and his face is too round. Like he just doesn't look like Dean. And at least like the after school special Dean, though he is like miscast in so far as like he doesn't look like a high school kid, he looks like Dean. They got the eyes right. He's got the same like
Although
shapes.
the extremely chiseled cheekbones are not so much Dean to me, but like I kept
He
noticing
has
it when
like
we were watching After
face
School
things
Special.
happening though. He has like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And this kid is just like he's gonna grow up and have a round face. He's not gonna have Dean's
I
face.
still prefer this kid to the one that they cast in season 9 and 10.
Who's
Yeah.
not
The one
nine?
who's in
Oh,
The one who's in
what's
oh,
it called?
I like him. I mean,
sleepaway camp
I
guy.
haven't like watched it obviously
It,
in a while, but I
think
remember liking him a lot.
I think that he's more hampered by me hating the episodes. So.
Oh, and you do hate the camp episode, and I don't. I like it. It's got one of my favorite
I
Journey
don't like
songs
it.
in it. It's fun. I
I
like
don't
it.
like it at all.
Okay.
But okay, so
Well, I don't like the Rusty Bacon shirt. I stand alone in all my opinions. It's fine.
I don't know if you'd like it if you rewatched it. That's all I'm
I
gonna
think
say.
I would like it because I have rewatched it. I mean I know
Okay.
I like I like I mean we will get there
Yeah.
one day and
One day.
maybe I'll be wrong. I mean it'll be the same thing with Bobby. When I get frustrated with Bobby, I'll be like, damn, we can't have any nice things. But I just remember enjoying it. And then when I rewatched it, I was in the height of my anger towards Dean because I was rewatching it like during season 10. I still remember liking it. And so I don't know.
Fair
I
enough.
feel like if angry Audrey from 10 years ago liked it, I would probably enjoy it now. Who knows?
Fair enough. I was going to say that where were we? Yes, so Sam's like hesitation when he brings up mum, when he's like, is that why we never talk about? And then he kind of pauses and then says mom, and it's like this little quiet, hesitant voice. And then the way that he doesn't even like flinch when Dean gets up in his face, it's like this is
Awful.
not the first time that someone has blown up at him when he's brought up mum. Like
Yeah.
whether or not it was Dean or his dad, like somebody has blown up in his face before when he's brought mum up.
Like, how do you watch that scene and conclude that Sam had a perfectly lovely childhood when he can't even bring up his mom?
Yeah, he gets
And
physically threatened if he
yeah,
brings it up. And then Dean
like,
storms off and he's left by himself and he's like, "Where are you going?" Like Dean doesn't
yeah,
even answer.
yeah, like that's
And it's
crazy.
like Dean's behavior is understandable because he's also a little kid, but like it doesn't mean that that it's not a horrible situation for Sam to be in.
It's awful. And it's like again, he's by himself. He's like on an island alone,
Yeah.
much like I am with the Rusty Bacon shirt opinion. Like two guys just being really stoic and rude. Like, we can't talk about our feelings. We're not giving you any answers. Don't ever talk about mom. Like, and I think all of these are, I mean, I know you guys agree, these are all very reasonable questions for a child this age to have. And he keeps saying,
Yeah.
like, I'm not stupid. I'm not a baby. Like, you can tell me the truth. Like, I'm gonna start finding shit out on my own. And Dean's just like, whatever. And, has to be dismissive because he doesn't have the right to tell Sam the truth because John, he says it later. He's like, John, like, dad would kick your ass for like looking in his diary, which is in a few scenes. And I think that speaks to also the dynamic that we're dealing with these kids as children is that
Mhm.
like Sam doesn't even like he's like, yeah, of course you would, but I risked it because I want to know. That defiance, and Dean falls in line. It's still present when they're kids. But the fact that that is even something that they know is true, dad would kick your ass for that is really upsetting. Okay, so we're flashing back to present and they're making Sam seem like a creep around kids at the Santa the Santa whatever. What is
Oh
Santa
my
World?
God.
And
I was
then
going to say before we get to that, I do love the transition of the
Yes.
of like Colin's face to Jared Sam's face.
They have the
yes.
Again, like-
same looking off
Yeah,
in
same
thought.
The nail
expression.
again, that
good.
expression is so spot on. It's crazy. Like, yeah,
Beautiful.
it's uncanny.
It's so
It's
amazing.
not quite as good as the after school special one that we noted, like in the live chat of where
because
he
it
runs
was
his
like a
hand through the hair,
cool,
but
yeah, it was like
Yeah.
a cool round. Anyways,
But-
we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there
they're
in a
so
year.
good. They're like, we have gold with this Colin guy. Let's
Yeah.
capitalize on it every
I'm
chance they get.
so glad that they did keep bringing him back. Like I'm so glad that
Precious
they
angel.
recognized it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, because then I think at one point, and like Vic, you brought this up to me because we're going to put this in the
Mm.
visuals, but that they end up using Colin on Walker as a young
Yes.
Walker,
That's right.
which is
Yeah.
great because he's just like the consistent like Jared like younger version. But
Yeah.
someone did at some point on Tumblr did a side by side of actual young Jared and actual Colin, and they
They
freakishly
do
look
look
the same.
similar.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
I
do.
haven't seen that.
Also, I've met Colin Ford at a convention and I got a picture with him and
Oh.
Jared once.
That's so cute.
It
Oh
was
Oh
my
my God.
very
God,
I would
that's
cute.
yeah.
adorable.
I
I
made
would
a
die for a
joke.
double Sam up. That's so
Yeah, I was
cute.
like a little Sam sandwich. It was I made a joke when I posted it that I asked my husband at the
Sam
time
sandwich.
for Sam Winchester and he gave me two. And it was like the play on words from Lord of the Rings where he's like, I asked a golden hair from her head and she gave me three. But
I
it
love
was
that. Oh my
my
God, I love
Christmas
that.
present
So
that year
cute.
was a photo op with both of them. And I was like, "Oh, so cute." Anyways, so
But yes,
we get a
making
good
Sam look like a
transition, you know. Yeah, and then we're back and Dean's of course being Dean and just like taking Sam's words out of context and being weird about it and making fun of him. But
Oh my God.
brothers.
And she's like, ew.
Yeah,
I mean, in fairness, it was kind of Sam who walked himself
he
into
really
the
did.
We're just here to
we're just
watch.
here to watch. Yeah,
Ew.
Oh my
that
God.
one was kind of Sam's fault.
He should
I
have,
well,
yeah.
Dean was like,
Thanks,
no, we
for
don't have
that.
any kids, but it's it's been a dream of his for a long time. And she's like, ew. No
Yeah,
kids
she's like,
no kids over 12?
yeah,
No.
and then, yeah, and then
Gross.
Sam's like trying to make it better, but then accidentally just puts his entire
Makes it
foot in
way, way worse.
Mhm.
Oh my
But he's
God.
so awkward, and I love him.
Like an awkward
Like you
move,
see him immediately, like, oh no,
knobby
I didn't
knees,
mean like.
an awkward giraffe. So Dean doesn't get why Sam doesn't like Christmas, and to me, it's just like another example of how they fundamentally had a different like perspective on their childhood.
Mhm.
Like the way that Dean perceives John, like changes the way that he just like perceives their entire existence because he like recodes in his memory and probably disassociated the truth of how things were when he's a kid, that the bad stuff that John doesn't count because he idealizes him so much. Meanwhile, Sam was like internalizing that all the time. And so
Yeah.
Sam looks back and he's like, our Christmas has sucked ass, dude. What are you talking about? And Dean was like, no, we had fun. Like I stole Barbie for you, like. And I think it's really sad. I think that's why this episode is so good because we have lore about their childhood, but then we also get to understand the dynamic that's currently in front of us.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's another though interesting moment again where Dean assumes he understands exactly why Sam doesn't want to do something. So
Mhm.
he kind of assumes, okay, this is the answer. It's because of the, Sam doesn't like the associations with Christmas from their childhood.
Right.
And then Sam again says, actually, it's not that, or at least it's not
Mhm.
entirely
Yeah,
that.
he says he
It's
says it
this,
doesn't have
right?
anything to do with me, Dean.
He's like, I
It's
don't want to
Yeah.
do this without you, and next year
yeah,
I'll have
Yeah.
to
yeah.
Which
because
is just
someone won't let us
interesting
help
because
you.
it's kind of a recurring thing in season 3 that we have these moments where Dean kind of assumes one thing about why Sam is thinking or feeling something, and then
Mhm.
Sam kind of says, "No, it's not that. It's
Yeah.
yeah." And a
Well,
lot of
and
it
the
is,
other,
it's
I
not
mean,
that. It's you're going to hell.
the
And you
other
won't let me help
thing
you.
is, as Sam specifically asks, he's like, you haven't talked about Christmas in years, so what's the deal? Like
Yeah.
this, Dean is idealizing Christmas because he knows this is his last one. And, those Christmases, when he looks back, he probably realizes they weren't great, but he wants them to have been great because he's doesn't have any more to make memories out of except this one right
Yeah.
here. So like he's trying to make it sound appealing to Sam. He's trying to convince himself that they were fun regardless of their circumstances, and he wants to have one last one with Sam while he can,
Yeah.
which just widens the gulf between him really wanting to have one and Sam really not wanting to, because they
Yes.
want one and don't want one for the same reasons.
Yes. And I know we're getting a little ahead of where we're at, but I did want to, because you just brought this up, Elle, where they're having that conversation and he's like, I don't get it. You haven't talked about Christmas in years. And then Dean says, no sarcasm, just like totally, well, this is my last year. And the line
Yeah.
delivery that Jensen does for that moment is just like
Mm.
pitch perfect. It's not sad, though it is, and it's not angry and it's not sarcastic. It's just like it's just
Yes.
perfect. And it really
Yeah.
hurts my feelings because it's
It's
like
really
he's
painful.
really trying to be like, let's do it. It's my last year. Let's do it. And I
Like,
think I'm with Dean because I'm like, if it's his last year and he's the one that's gonna die, Sam, you gotta do it. And I love
yeah.
that he ends up deciding, to do it for Dean.
Mm.
But I love that moment because I think in a different episode where the like vibes are different, we have an argument, we have sarcasm, we have, and instead this exchange is a very rare moment where both of them are just kind of talking to each other and there's no attitudes and they're just being honest and there's no comebacks and I just that line delivery to me is like
He says it so plainly.
it's
Like,
perfect.
Yeah.
he he's not disguising that he's sad or that it's like bittersweet to him,
Mm-hmm.
but he also isn't trying to make a pity party for himself either. He's just like, hey man, I did this. I set this up. This
Yeah.
is my
It
last year. This is
Mm-hmm.
what I want. And
it actually feels like a rare moment where we really see Dean actually follow through on a conversation that they had in the previous episode, because obviously, I mean, Audrey discussed like
Mm-hmm.
the last episode, like the last conversation, or the conversation that they have throughout that episode is the drop the act and just be my brother.
Yep.
And this to me feels like he has dropped the act, like
Mm-hmm.
he's not being overly like
There's no veil
he's not
between
over the
himself
yeah
and
he's not
Sam.
over the top with it, like
Mm-hmm.
even when he's trying to push for the Christmas thing, he's not being over the top with it or being kind of
Mm-hmm.
like yeah like so it actually feels like he has kind of followed through on
Yeah,
that thing
I
of
love it.
dropping the act.
It's so
yeah,
So
true.
yeah.
so good. And importantly, it's after this conversation we get a little bit more episode, of course, and we get a flashback, but in the sort of structure of their narration, to us,
Mm-hmm.
it feels like that flashback causes Sam's is the trigger for Sam to set up the Christmas for Dean, but it's not. Sam isn't having that flashback. We are getting that flashback. Or maybe he's
Right.
remembering it, but it's this
Mm.
conversation ultimately that makes him go, okay, you know what? I'm going to do the thing that Dean needs me to do right now, no matter
Yeah.
how it makes me feel. I mean, so it's interesting because it's a tricky thing that the narrative does by paralleling the two scenes where Dean sets up a Christmas for Sam when they're younger and Sam sets up a Christmas for Dean. But on the character scale, I think it's important to remember that he's not remembering that and thinking, well, I owe him because he did it for me. He's doing it
Mm.
purely because the circumstances right here in the present are that Dean needs this and I'm going to give it to him.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think that's exactly the reason little baby Dean did it. And that's why it's a
It
cute
is.
parallel.
Yeah. I
And
love
it's
it.
and it's not necessarily that yeah, I love that he's not having a conversation with that memory. We're just getting to see how they align as the audience. I really love that.
And what the brothers
Mm.
will do for each other.
Yes. And can we go back a little bit because we skipped
Oh, yeah. We skipped a bunch. Sorry.
Santa with a bong.
Yeah, we skipped Santa with a bong. That gross
Uh,
dude. I wrote about him like when they're like trying to stake his place out and figure out if he's like a bad guy that they need to kill. I was like, even as if this dude isn't evil Santa, you need to go check his hard drive and then probably waste him anyway. Like, am I wrong? Because he was like,
Well, he's watching just
"Ugh."
regular porn, but
No,
yeah.
I know he is, but the way that he like spoke to that kid on his lap was
Oh, I
like,
missed that part.
so
I think I must have been taking
gross.
notes like
He like
over
pulls
that
this
part.
Yeah.
kid
It
onto his lap
wasn't.
and he's like, what do you want for Christmas? Like he's like seriously, somebody said, all right, now play this scene like you're a pedophile and you want this boy. Like it was
Yeah.
gross.
I
It was
don't think. I
so
don't think.
gross.
I don't think they did adequate background checks on this man before they let him
No,
be Santa.
no. Check his hard drive, get him out of there. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Audrey. If you
No,
didn't
you're
notice
fine.
that, I have brought evil
No,
into your life.
no, I feel like it's important to make it a comment because I don't want it to be like he seemed fine and then like he's like a pedophile and I'm over here like pro pedophile. Would never want
No,
that.
no, I don't think
Would
anybody would
never
ever
want that. So I
I mean,
appreciate it.
it's
let
also
let
not.
me be
You know,
clear. Audrey is
I'm
anti-pedophile.
anti that actually. Thank you.
I mean, it's in fairness, it's not like explicit. It's just heavily implied.
Yeah, which is mostly what they do, right?
You want, little boy?
Yeah, we hate that.
Urba-derba-dee-ba-da.
We hate a urba derba moment.
However, what I did love was Sam and Dean's bad caroling.
Oh
Okay,
my God, yes.
we have to
So funny.
discuss. We have to
Round
discuss.
the
Also,
table.
I love the fact that Dean canonically can't sing, which anno- which annoys me more that they in like season 15 then let Jensen like just actually sing fully with a guitar. I think it was because it was inside Dean's head, and I guess maybe in his inside Crazy Ex-Girlfriend style, inside his head he can sing and outside he can't.
I
But
have no
I
idea
actually don't know what you're
That's
talking
15,
about.
season 15?
no, 14. Well,
14? I also
whenever
didn't see
he's-
that one.
I think it's when Michael's got him trapped inside his own head or something.
Michael with the beret
yeah.
or whatever.
or the
Yeah.
whatever the bowler
The
hat
flat
or
cap.
whatever. The flat
The
cap.
Newsies
That's right.
hat or
The Newsies
something.
hat. Yeah, but the
Okay.
carolers, and I remember there's like huge discourse on Tumblr about this for a little while about how they they had so little Christmas presents in their lives that they don't know the words to this simplest Christmas song. Like
That's
Sam
my
at
favorite
one
part
point
is
goes,
they're like
Dean goes round and round,
round
and
the-
Sam goes
the
round
table.
the table.
Yeah.
The drunk, high, bong-toting, porn-watching Santa knows the words.
He's
Sam and Dean do not.
swaying to the like vibe. It's
He's
so
like into.
funny.
I mean, even the way he sat down, he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get some Carol." Like everything about this guy is gross. He's like, "Yeah,
Aw,
give it to me, boys.
I like
want
how
some caroling."
even him getting Carol, like being excited for a Christmas Carol is disgusting to you. I love that. I love that for us.
I'm sure
Anyway,
the
I love
actor is
that.
great.
It's just I love that scene because it's just yeah,
And that
it's
is
so
a
funny.
huge bong, right? Like I don't have a lot of experience with bongs, but that was like his whole
I
body
think
height
it
tall.
is supposed to be comedically large. I would assume.
Are there any bongs that are actually? You know what?
Yes.
Don't know.
They are.
Yes.
I am an innocent lamb.
I don't do that stuff, but I know that shit is real.
I am a government contractor and cannot partake even if it's legal in my state.
My
You should probably cut that.
I'm turning it into the authorities.
Like me admitting on camera that I haven't done anything.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
not
letting them
allowed.
know. I'm letting them know.
my only
The worst
exposure
confession ever.
to my only exposure to bongs is because I'm like I study glass and I follow a lot of like glass
Aw.
artists, and there's a lot of glass artists who make like very elaborate intricate
thought you
bongs.
were-
Like they're very interesting.
I
but,
thought you were
like,
about to say that you found historical bongs.
That's
like,
what I was about to
I mean,
ask. Have you ever
I'm-
found an ancient bong?
not as far as I know, but I'm sure someone must have made one.
Maybe some of the
Yeah.
pieces of glass. You're like,
Yeah. I mean, maybe some of the stuff that's alchemical equipment is actually just a bong. You never know.
they weren't
That
calling
is
it what it
so
was
funny.
back then either. Got it.
Yeah, I'm sure they probably
Paraphernalia.
were.
Oh my gosh.
In fairness, people were mostly consuming edibles back in the past. So
I
The-
hear
the
that's the better
original-
way to do it.
the original way to consume cannabis, like the very earliest evidence we have on it, is basically that it was consumed as like a kind of smoothie tea kind of concoction.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm a babe in the
Anyway,
woods.
supernatural.
Okay, so
It's a
immediately
TV
after
show.
this, Supernatural, the TV show, immediately after this gross scene with this dude where they try to sing Christmas carols and completely fail, we cut to like this lush, like, this is Christmas the way the other half lives kind of
Yeah,
thing. This
yeah.
beautiful house and this beautiful interior and this beautiful little curly haired kid and gruesome death, kidnapping
Yeah.
and death. Yeah.
Another child with many years of therapy. This one didn't
Many.
see Santa die. This one saw Santa kill his parent. Which one's worse?
Kidnap.
Definitely.
Well, yeah,
I felt
that
like the
guy is
second
still
one.
alive, though,
I
at
felt
the
like the
end, right?
second one is more frightening because just how long are the cameras on that child's face like really upset me.
Yeah.
And at one point the kid just like gets really close and like shudders away. He does a great job.
He's
That
backing
kid
up.
is a
That
better
kid did
actor
great.
than the Dean kid.
I'm also obsessed with the fact that these pagan deities, like, they went to all the effort of, as they said, like, assimilating, and they seem to have, like, you know, really tried to fit in, and they're in their little 1950s housewife outfits and whatever. And then when they dress up as Santa, they dress up as Santa in this, like, weird, like, bloody version of a Santa costume. Like, did you notice that? Like, it kind of looked like it wasn't like normal Santa costume. It was kind of
Yeah.
like weird and like it was smeared
That
with blood.
actually made me question whether or not I really understood the lore of what's going on. That
No.
whole thing. But I'll get to that thing that in
Many
I think
such
we'll talk
things
about
with
that in a second.
Supernatural.
Um,
I mean,
Many
yeah,
such
I
cases.
I have a
many
real nitpick about some of the lore in this episode.
but yeah, this kid does such a good job of just being terrified.
And he's so
Yeah.
little. He's so young.
He's so little. He hears his mom scream, and then there's like a thump or something, and the dad is being dragged down, dragged down the stairs in some kind of leather sack.
It's a Santa bag.
Yeah, but it's
the present bag, which is
yes,
more sinister.
But it's made out of like stitched leather hide.
Like a reindeer's hide.
It's so viscerally gross. And then when Santa gets back downstairs, he turns to the kid and then he goes toward the kid, which is where we get the kid like backing up, and he just reaches past him to get one of the cookies. And you're just like,
it's so funny that he does that. That is so
it's
funny.
Hilarious,
it's
but
the
also
darkest of comedy episodes. Like so dark, but so funny. And that child looks like a little Hobbit baby to me.
He
With curly hair. He reminded me
That's
of Q.
what it is. Oh,
I was gonna say I also thought of Q. I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
I didn't want to say it when you were first describing him, but I was just like, it's literally what I thought.
That's probably why I like that little kid so much.
He looks just like Q did when he had that little curly hair.
He had the little curly hair. Now he just has really long curly hair. But I actually really love the Santa costume. Just because it's so gross.
Yeah, it's really disgusting.
Yeah, I love the way it
bloody
looks. Like
fur and like it just
the costume department did a great job with it.
Feels
like,
really lived in.
Yes, which is
murdered in.
Yeah, which is something that's very notable in all of these earlier episodes, is that the costume department really went in on like weathering stuff and making it look lived in, and we lose that, sir. Always worth pointing out.
Yeah.
Do you think if this was a later episode, like season 13 or something, that would have been out of the,
yes,
Spirit Halloween
yes
aisle?
I was literally saying to Audrey that the first episode of season 15, they have a whole thing where they bring back a whole load of monsters that they've fought before, and they bring back Bloody Mary, and it's literally the same actress.
Yep.
But if you go look up side by side images of like Bloody Mary in season 1 versus Bloody Mary in season 15, it's so depressing. It's so depressing.
Wow.
That makes me not want to watch later seasons.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not telling it.
Oh my god. Anyway, I'm glad that kid survived. And I think his dad actually, I don't know, obviously his dad might have died later from injuries, but when Sam is in the basement, he like goes and approaches that bag and it moves.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I didn't notice that.
He's alive. He's probably in quite a bit of pain, agony, lots of bones in the wrong places, but he moves.
Very upsetting.
can we talk about Dean and his extremely strange ideas about masculinity? Like, why is a wreath
Always?
inherently? Yeah, why
'Cause
is
it's a plant.
a wreath inherently like a lady thing? Why is he like reads what's next, like handbags and shoes or whatever? Like,
Because it
Because
is
old ladies like
decorative.
wreaths.
It's decorative. Old ladies like it.
Mhm.
unless
Decorating
it's a beer
for a
can wreath,
holiday.
and then
Right.
that is masculine, I guess.
If it has
So,
little white flowers on it, if it's intricately done, if care has been put into it, if it's a
yeah.
Christmas decoration that doesn't involve a big old ladder and plugging stuff into a big old outlet outdoors or whatever,
I
that's
guess it
that's
is
girl
odd
stuff.
because Dean is into Christmas and wreaths
Mhm.
are Christmas.
Yeah.
But you're not allowed to know what's in the wreath for it to be manly. You have to just know
Right.
that. You just be like, here's a wreath.
Well,
I don't know what it's
You're
made
not allowed
of.
to have an opinion on the wreath. You just get a random wreath. You just
Like,
you don't pay attention to what's in it
Yeah.
because
Because I was
that's
going to say,
feminine.
because even before Sam had said that he noticed what was in the reef, Dean was like, just Sam commenting on the reef was enough to like be
Yeah.
derided as insufficiently masculine.
It's so and the fact that Dean even is like, okay, noticing wreaths now. What's next? Purses and whatever. Like
Yeah.
he has to know that Sam has a reason for asking about that. They have to ask dumb questions like that all the time that seem to make no sense to the outside world, right? Dean himself has had to do this. So his first instinct should be, all right, so what's weird about the wreath? Like,
Yeah, but
Well,
I
and
know
I
you
really-
saw something,
I
but
really
what's weird
like
about
that
it?
Sam notices that it
I
matches
love that he
the
notices.
other because it's so I would not notice. I don't know things. I don't look at details. I don't know details. I would never be. I'd be like, that is a wreath because there's green stuff and flowers. Done. Like, but he's like, this is a different kind of green stuff that is like the other green stuff. And so, like, I'm
We've
always
seen this
so
wreath before,
Well, but
Dean.
that's
And Dean's
right.
like, huh?
We have?
Yesterday.
I would be Dean. I'd be like, we did? Oh, okay. But I would be nice and be like, this is impressive. Good job, Sam.
Wow, Sam, great.
I mean, botany is an established by this point interest of Sam's. Like he does point out like, yeah, flora a lot.
But he's
So,
also
but
just good
seems
at
to know.
details, period. And he has such
He's
a good
good at
memory, as we've
details.
discussed. Like, that's your favorite thing, Vic, is that he can just, like, you know?
And
So he's like, well, this is actually just like that other thing I saw.
and specifically, he's interested in like botany type stuff that is related to their work.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yeah.
He knows that that's meadowsweet. He knows that meadowsweet is rare and that it's
Yeah.
powerful.
Can
And-
I have my nitpick now though?
Sure.
Sure.
No, you carry on first, Al.
I've already forgotten the rest of my sentence. Go ahead.
Sorry. I was just going to say that number one, I guess it may be rare in the United States, but it's not rare as a plant. It's extremely common all over where it's native to. And then number two, it is not associated with human sacrifice. So in both Celtic and in Slavic pagan religions, which is what they tend to go off mostly when they're going on pagan stuff, meadowsweet is associated with protection, divination, and like warding off of evil. So just I hate it when they get mythology like that badly
Almost
wrong.
right. Yeah, well, because
Well,
that's how.
it's not even almost right. It's like completely, they're using it for the complete opposite thing. Like, it's not
Right.
associated with human sacrifice. It's associated with warding evil
This
off.
is why. This is how I felt when they did H.H. Holmes and they just fucking completely changed the lore, which is of a true, real man, and we can literally read about it, and it's not
Yeah.
some obscure serial killer. It is like the serial killer. So I understand where you're coming from, Vic. I am impassioned in the same way for that. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
It's so
And
frustrating.
it was also one of the three types of plant that we use to create bloodwed in the Magnolian, who's the woman who's made of flowers and gets turned into owls, which is partly why I'm passionate about this, because she's like my favorite mythological figure, and so the fact that she's made out of meadowsweet made me learn about meadowsweet quite early on in my life.
Oh
That's
wow,
so
it has a lot
nice.
of medicinal uses.
Oh, and the other thing is it flowers in June, so I don't know how it would have flowers on this wreath. It's
It's
fine.
magic. It's God
yeah.
magic, Vic.
Yeah.
That
It's just
that
so
one I'm
funny
happy
to
to
me.
say
Yeah, yeah.
God magic because
Absolutely.
the whole thing is mild weather
Yeah.
is the
Yeah. That's true.
the
That's true.
reason for
They
it.
did
That one I'll
also
give them a
show
pass.
they did also show a green man when they were talking about this winter
They
solstice
did.
god and a green man is a summer solstice thing specifically. Also, just so we know, the god is not a real pagan god. The one that they give a name to, it's one that's made up for supernatural, which is perfectly fine. I don't have an issue with that. But yeah,
When they make it
anyway,
up out of whole cloth, it's
yeah.
easier to stomach
But
stuff
it's
like
just
that.
so funny that they pick something so specific as Meadowsweet, and then I don't know.
You know, this is related to something that I do like when shows like this do, which is here is the canon lore in real life of what we're looking at, and that informs what we're thinking. But then it turns out that that is a myth that's been perpetuated by some creature that blah blah blah. Something where they acknowledge the real world aspect, but then like weave in something that turns it on its head.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that. So if they just slipped in a line about like Meadowsweet, but isn't that protective? Yeah, it is. Except I've never heard of this god before, and apparently, blah.
Yeah,
they use it, blah. Like, but
I will say, I will say I do really like the fact that they didn't they did the bait and switch on it being Krampus. Like they didn't go the Krampus route because it's the really obvious like Christmas horror route is to make it be Krampus. So I do like the fact that they went with something that was
Krampus
was different.
Especially like I feel like a decade ago, Krampus was like a huge,
exactly,
a huge thing. Like one of the neighborhoods in Baltimore, where I used to live, had like a Krampus parade at Christmas time, and people would hand out like handmade little bead ornaments of Krampus. I still have one for our tree. Like it was a huge, like popular fiction thing. Popular culture, pop culture kind of thing for a while. So I'm glad they didn't go that route too.
Yeah.
Well, y'all might notice I'm a little distracted. My favorite tattoo artist just opened her book, so I'm trying.
Do you need to pause?
No, we're good. I've already submitted two, so we're good.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Like
you're like you guys talk about Krampus. I've got business.
The one thing we skipped is in the scene is first of all another okay plaid for Sam. It's green and yellow. I like it. It's like a soft yellow, not and like aren't you a fussy one? That's a good one.
Oh my god!
What about that?
Aren't you a fussy one?
But now we can go to flashback number 2, where Dean returns with dinner, which is Funyuns.
Right, Funyuns. Don't forget your vegetables.
Here's Funyuns.
He tossed something else to Sam first, and I couldn't catch what it was.
Like it's like beef jerky.
Beef jerky or something.
Jerky.
It was really thin. I was like, that's not like a gas station sandwich. It's too thin for that.
No, it's like that's what men on the road do is like their protein is like beef jerky.
If only they were men on the road.
They're babies.
Well, they're babies.
Also, the fact that it's Funyuns then immediately makes me think of Dark Side of the Moon and Sam at Flagstaff saying that when he ran away he lived off Funyuns and Mr. Pibb for a week or whatever it is. So
Funyuns and Mr. Pibb. That's not even a name brand.
Oh my god. But I did think so this is the point in the episode where Sam gets Dean to confess that monsters are real. And I thought it was very interesting to sort of open up the brothers portion of the episode with Sam saying toward the beginning, "You're the one who told me that about Santa not being real."
Right.
And then having later in the episode this scene where once again we see Dean's the one who told him that about monsters being real. Like that sort of bookend
and
me.
Also in the scene he does actually tell Sam that
he does,
Santa's not real as well. But I think that's kind of interesting in that it's not the way you might have expected the like Sam finding out that Santa wasn't real thing to go, right? You probably expected that it was going to have been Dean being a teasing older brother and
Yeah.
whatever. Whereas,
Yeah.
it's more interesting way to then bring that back up and have it be part of that very serious conversation.
Yeah.
How
love
old
Sam's-
are
sorry.
these boys supposed to be right now?
I would say like
Sam's
Dean's
supposed to
like
be 8.
12. Yeah, Dean's
Yeah,
12.
Sam's 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. At 8, do kids typically still believe in Santa?
I think because they've lied to
Some
him for
kids
so
do.
long, like it's just one of those things that they've lied to him for so long that it's like,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Like they're just trying to keep up the facade to a degree where it's like they don't tell him anything. So, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't know. It feels like that to me.
I think
But,
also you don't
yeah.
necessarily have to still really believe in it, but it might just be like he's like, okay, so monsters are real. I might as well take the opportunity to ask, is Santa real while we're
Yeah.
here? Like,
Again,
you know what I mean?
reasonable.
Like
Yeah.
that's a very kid question to ask.
Mhm.
You don't necessarily mean you believe it, but you're like, okay, well, if monsters are real, then maybe Santa is real.
Even if you
Right.
previously came to the conclusion, well, Santa must
Exactly.
not be real, that's ridiculous. Oh, but
Yeah.
monsters are real, so maybe Santa could be real?
Like,
No.
a very
Okay,
reasonable
great.
question to ask. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Sam's like sweet, stubborn, determined little face, like when he's trying to get Dean to tell him. Like I don't know. There's something about that expression that's so good, and also I like it because it kind of goes against this like. I kind of hate the like puppy dog eye thing with Sam. Not that he doesn't have the like sweet, soft little eyes, but I kind of hate the way sometimes fandom talks about it as if it's like Sam wields them in some like deliberate, manipulative way towards Dean to get him to do whatever he wants, and it's like that's not true. It's just that Jared has eyes that look sweet and soft like that. So I kind of like seeing this like slightly like it's like the same expression, but it's slightly more like kind of with the stubborn determinedness look behind it, and
Mhm.
it's kind of like it's not about like looking someone in the eyes and being like do whatever I say or whatever. It's just I'm not backing down because I know that there's something I'm not being told and I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that Sam says several times, or at least kind of implies the thing of like, I'm not stupid. Like, I think that probably was a big thing for Sam
Mhm.
Yes.
as a kid.
I know
like,
why you keep a
because-
gun under your pillow.
No, you
Like,
don't.
no, you don't. Yeah, I do, man. I know where
Because-
Dad goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Because
do.
when you're being constantly like infantilized,
Gaslit. Yeah.
Yeah.
then like the idea that you might be stupid is like, or that people are treating you like you're stupid because they're
Yeah.
treating you like you're younger than you are, or like you're not deserving of this information. Like that becomes a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's important.
He wants
Yeah,
to be
and I-
validated. Like I can see
Yeah.
what's going on. I know I can feel something's off. Like you guys are lying to me. And it's a constant like, okay, well believe what we're telling you, but not what you feel and see and like witness.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's terrible. That's
Don't
a
believe
terrible
your
way.
own senses.
That is a terrible way for a child to grow up. Like
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
developing, his brain is developing in a situation where he's constantly being gaslit and told lies.
And I mean, I've got a note about
Mhm.
this regards to like later on, which is like when Sam wakes back up and Dean does the Christmas thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dean's first thing is still to lie to Sam because he's saying Dad's here, right? And it's like again, it's a very understandable thing that Dean's doing because he's also a desperate little kid who's just trying to protect Sam from feeling hurt. But being lied to continually like that, no matter how well-meaning it is, takes its toll on people over time. And also, it's just so clear in the way that Sam behaves as an adult how much Sam values the truth.
Yeah.
Like, he's very often
Because he
the
wasn't given
first
it his
person-
whole life when he was a child.
Yeah, he's very often the first person to say, we need to tell this person the truth.
Mhm.
Like it's often how he approaches things is, how do I give this person the knowledge that they need?
Yes. They can't make the
even-
decisions they want to make without
Yeah.
all the information.
Like even if you think about when Mary's brought back in season 12. Like,
Well,
the
I
first
can't
thing
think about that, but
the first thing that Sam does when he like gets to properly talk to her is to bring her John's journal. And it's like, on the one hand, that feels kind of unhinged, because what a way to find out what your like husband had been doing all that time. But on the other hand, like, it's Sam literally handing this over and being like, here is knowledge.
Well, and
Like,
Wait,
then
aren't
here is
there?
the truth.
and a
And I
parallel
think
to
it's
this
also,
scene,
that's
it's
what I was going to say. I think it's also symbolic, because that's the way that Sam
that's how
learned.
he learned. That
Yeah.
is so sad and special, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Dean said Dad would kick your ass if he knew
Right.
you read that, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
Which is
Find out
fucked
the
up.
truth, and your parent might hurt you. It's
But
cool. It's
But
fine.
Sam, the
Yeah.
defiance in little Sam's face when he grabs it and he shows it to him, he's like, I read it. And
Mhm.
I don't care if Dad would kick my ass because I want the truth. I just love the defiance that Colin brings to little Sam is exactly the defiance we see in Jared's acting in season 1 with
Yes.
John. And I just really love it. I love
I
that.
love it. It's so
It's
good.
Carolina.
When Sam is saying, if they got Mom, they could get Dad. And Dean is like, they can't get Dad. Don't worry. Dad is too good for that, blah, blah, blah.
First thing
I'm
you
like,
need to
I'm
know
just
is you
like,
have the coolest dad in the world.
honestly,
Actually,
the
no, he
first thing
sucks.
you need to know, Dean, is that Mom actually was a hunter and Dad was just a dude.
And you guys aren't going to find that out for like 2 more seasons. I said, actually, he's a neglectful piece of shit who comes home and abuses both of you. You both just admitted this out loud together.
But then, the scene shifts and it focuses on Dean's little face,
I know.
and Sam is in the background, or is he in the
Crying.
foreground? Either way, I think he's in the foreground, and he's out of focus. But you can see it just makes it easier to see like the shine of the little tears in his eyes, and I was just like,
no.
oh my God.
Yeah.
And Dean's like,
another,
do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And he's like, no, I just want to go to sleep. And he
I
just
want to go to sleep.
little boy.
Yeah, I was going to say another moment where like the mannerisms that he like nails that are so uncanny is that little head shake that he does when he says I'm fine, like when he's kind of saying he's fine, and like when Dean is like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, and he does this little tiny head shake as he says it. Like, that is such a spot on like Jared Sand mannerism that it's just another moment where I was like, oh, it's uncanny.
He does such a good job.
So good.
But when he rolls over and he starts crying, like,
I know, it's awful. So we flash forward and the Rusty Bacon shirt is here. Evil is real. That is my next note. And I was watching this with Corey in the room. So I was like, this is what I'm talking to you about, where it looks like bacon is stapled to his chest. And he was like, you know what? It really does. So at least I'm validated in my relationship. Yeah, I'm marrying the man who supports me. So
there you go.
So they keep checking in with Bobby, which I think is like really sweet. They're just like, let's make sure Bobby said that this was right. So it's very cute that they like
what
are
did
like
Bobby say? That we're idiots. I love
and
that.
and that this is correct. So
I have a comment about this scene in the motel room, which again, number one, another excellent Sam like bad posture moment. But number two, Dean is carving his steak over that bin in the background, trash can, sorry, whatever Americans call it. And if you watch, not a single piece of the wood from the steak, like the little shavings from the steak that he's carving, go into the bin. Every single one misses the bin, and it just somebody
So
pointed
funny.
it out a little while ago on Tumblr, and I've not been able to unsee it. Like, every time I see GIFs or I see the episode, it just cracks me up now.
that is
Oh
making
my
me
God,
so
that's
happy.
funny.
That's so cute. That's such a cute
I love
part.
that.
And it's such a
That's
deep
really
thing.
funny.
Like, that would be something. He's like, well, technically, I am carving it over the trash, even though none of it.
I did my
I
best.
also like, I also like the
Bless
fact
his
that he
heart.
spent so much time like beautifully like whittling down these steaks, and then like later on they're able to just like grab a branch off a tree and then
Yeah, like they don't even need them. But let's talk about that. Like they get there, they kind of get their shit rocked. Like the gods beat the shit out of these guys.
Yeah.
Like
I
it's
mean,
nothing. And
It's nothing. They like walk in, but this couple, man, I love watching this couple because they are just so like
again,
Tom and
camp.
Jane about everything. They're
the
like,
acting
it's
is
fine,
so-
fine, Reeves.
Yeah,
Like
the acting for
perfect.
both of them is
pretending to be a normal human vibe.
Alrighty, Rue.
so spot on.
I actually say alrighty, Rue. God damn it. I promise I'm not a god who takes sacrifices.
You're not like trying to find tributes to devour.
Nope. They come
the
to me. I mean, no, I'm
Oh,
not. Not at all.
letting it slip, letting it slip.
What?
Now we know how you got those VIP tickets to the Stray Kids concert.
Damn. Now I'm gonna
So
have to kill
I
you.
want to point out an observation I had. That was very exciting and fun for me to witness. So when Sam they wake up and they're tied to a chair, and Sam's like tied to this chair. Did y'all notice he does a little wiggle? in the
Yes.
chair? He's like very cute. I mean, he's very mad and scared, but he's like wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I need someone to make a gift set of him being like wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
I love I love his sass through this whole scene too. What? Are you gonna eat us?
I literally wrote down, he is the cuntiest person on earth, and I love him.
Serving cunt. Cunt, cunt, cunt,
Yes.
cunt, cunt, cunt.
God.
Literally.
I love this so much. His little oh my God.
So whenever the woman, goddess, whatever, when she's like cutting Dean, she goes, "Oh my," as he goes, "Ch," and she goes, "Oh my goodness, someone owes a nickel to the swear jar." And I said, this is also my reaction every time Dean calls a woman a bitch.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That was not my comment on the cutting, but that's a very good comment. My comment is that both times she cuts his arm, the first time she cuts
Oh my
it
God.
with the flat of the blade.
Well, we know
And
she's
then-
not really
and it's
cutting
just
him.
like, I know, and it's just like sneering strawberry jam. And then the second time she does at least use the sharp bit, but you literally see it like trail off, and then there's just blood, and there's like a hole in the middle where the cut should be, and it's just like uncut skin.
She's
and
just she's just smeared the like fake blood
Yes,
across the
smeared the strawberry
skin.
jam.
Look, guys, if you're watching Supernatural for the special effects, you're not going to get what you're wanting
No,
out of this
but
show.
This is what happens.
Special.
No. They're not even effects. I'm not sure we could even go that far at this point. But yeah,
I wasn't mad about it. I
when
just
you've
laughed.
watched it exactly when you've watched it this many times, and also then you're watching it for a podcast. This is when you notice these things.
It's time
But,
to bring it up. They're smearing jam on the boys.
I think it also adds to the camp factor. So
I
I'm perfectly
agree.
happy with
It didn't even occur to me that it was bad because I just felt like it was in tone with the rest of it. Like
Exactly.
none of
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is to
yeah.
be taken seriously. It's so funny, except for when like Corey like shrugged away from. He was like, "Ugh," when Sam lost his
Oh, the
fingernail,
nail.
and I know that's
Oh,
really hard
God.
for you, Vic. Yeah, but then
I
what's
cannot
so
watch that.
funny is when they went for Dean's tooth. Corey looked at me like, "Is this for real?" And I was like, "They're not going to do it." And then the door knocked, and I thought Jensen again, a perfect line delivery. He has the pliers, and he goes, "You
Yeah,
could
yeah.
probably get that." That is so funny, and the actors who do the
Yes.
gods they're so funny too.
Yeah,
They
they're
are
really good.
so funny.
I
Go
thought
ahead.
the Jensen line delivery was even funnier because I think it was ADR'd in afterwards. So he was having to do like
Oh my
you can
God,
hear the
really?
sound quality change. So
Oh,
he was
that's
having
funny.
to do the like as if he's talking around something thing. Because I imagine that would be hard to capture like live. So it makes sense that they don't. But because I had my headphones in, I heard the like audio quality switch. So it was Anyway, sorry, I noticed too many details. I'm so annoying.
They're not
I am the fan of
annoying.
this
That's the
podcast.
whole point of a podcast. Oh, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, okay, so after they pull Sam's fingernail, right? So
Oh,
You.
I
How
have
dare you bring us back there?
slammed my thumb in my car door more times than I can count.
Are
I
you
don't know
okay?
why. No. I've had to grow my thumbnail back a few times now. But the way that he like after you know in another show with another actor, you might have pulled the fingernail and then been like, well, I hate you and blah blah blah. But Sam is just like he lays back. He's just like whatever line I have now. Like I have injured my nail bed like that, and there are times when you're just like, my brain doesn't work, my hand is on fire, and I just feel like closing my eyes and falling over.
Yeah.
Even
the
though
pain,
it's
like
just
the
your hand,
adrenaline goes, your
yes,
whole body gets tired because you're
there's so many nerves in your
yeah,
fingers.
and it's
And-
trauma. Like that's bodily. That's trauma on your body.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I was,
Yeah.
but I was just like, yes, please hold on to that because it made it so like visceral. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, I remember the moments when I've done that to myself.
I've said this so many times, but like Jared is so good at portraying physical, like
Mhm.
like emotional pain too. But he is
Yeah.
really noticeably good at like physical pain, and there's such specificity to it, as you said. Like it's not just kind of like a generic reaction. Like it feels very specific to the pain that's being inflicted,
Yeah.
which I think is why, yeah, that scene and the one in Jump the Shark with the wound fingering is like I can't watch either of those because they're so like it's partly the reaction, it's just so viscerally
Yeah. It's
horrendous.
just
Yeah.
and then afterwards him having to stick his little finger out anytime he's doing something. I'm just like, that's
Ew.
good. You have to remember that your character is injured.
Yeah,
Yes,
a
as
lot
a
But it's
writer,
also just
especially,
kind
yeah.
of cute, like that he's just it's kind of like
Boo-boo.
you gotta stick him
It's
a
like
little
that.
finger.
Have you guys seen that TikTok of the dog who has like he is a pit bull and he has like his little foot is wrapped and the like owner's like, what happened, baby? And he just like pulls his little paw up like this and is like sad. That's what it makes me think of. He's like
Oh,
I know I'm the youngest one here, but I'm too much of an old lady to be on TikTok, so I don't know.
well, that's
Unless
ridiculous because TikTok is literally amazing.
it makes it to Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts, then
Oh,
I
you
don't see
are a
it.
granny. I love TikTok. It is the way that I have found out about all the real stuff happening during the protests instead of what the media
hmm
is saying, which is really cool. So
Yep.
even here's the thing,
Yeah.
even there has to be a
I'm just not
place.
I'm not a short form person. Like even when I say like
That's
Instagram
fair.
Reels or or
Vic is literally like, I
YouTube
will sit
Shorts.
down and watch a 3 hour YouTube essay. And that's
No, literally, yeah.
not, no, yeah, that's not even an exaggeration. So like, yeah, but I do love, I feel like there has to be a place where like we can share ideas that media is not gonna like share with
Yeah.
us, and TikTok is like
Sure.
exactly what I need right now. But anyways, those that
Anyways,
was TikTok corner. We do have a
TikTok
TikTok, so
corner.
go
Yes.
like follow us on TikTok. I love that they have an actual Christmas tree that is made of the thing that can kill them in their front
Yes.
like living room.
So
Also also
that's
the fact that
hubris.
they yeah, also the fact that they when they go to answer the front door, which that whole bit is so funny.
They both hate
But
their
when
neighbor.
yeah, they go to answer the front door and they leave the two hunters in a room with knives.
Yeah.
Like, of
So
course they're gonna
true.
work out a way to free themselves.
They're just too confident. They're
They're too
overconfident.
confident, but
Yeah.
also this part of the story, like if we were to like isolate the case, it goes by like that. It's like 10 minutes long. It's really, really short. And
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
I think because it was just funny to me because I was like, oh, we don't even have to watch them get out. They're already out. And by the
Mhm.
time they like lock them in that side of the house and get the Christmas tree. One of my favorite things is that the Rusty Bacon shirt is slightly unbuttoned and it reveals like a gray V-neck underneath. And I was like, oh, the Rusty Bacon shirt is trying to like extend an olive branch to me, and I accept. And then they kill the gods.
The third character of the show
Yes,
is
the
Rusty
Rusty
Bacon
Bacon
shirt.
shirt. They kill the guys, and then we get a Huffy Sam moment, and he's Huffy.
I was
Oh my
gonna say
God.
I
His
literally wrote
face as he kills
Huffy
her.
chest down.
Huff, 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 puff, puff, puff.
Okay, I do have a comment actually on the like fate the way the way that they frame up Sam and Dean killing the god, and I think I only really thought about it because again of like the conversation that we had in the last episode on Fresh Blood, which by the way, what a whiplash. Like I'm quite glad we didn't do those back to back because what a whiplash back to back, like Fresh Blood to this.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Like both like
but
intensely important in totally different ways. Like
yes. Yes. But I did notice that they, even though there's kind of like equal levels of like violence to it, I guess, like, you know, they both stab the person multiple times or kind of like push it in, whatever, they really linger on Sam's face while it's happening in a way, and they kind of frame it in a little bit of a like, oh, slightly sinister kind of way. And then with Dean, it's kind of like we get that shot where we don't really see his face while he does it, and it has a slightly like lighter, more comedic feel. And I only really picked up on it because of the fact that we specifically brought up about how in Fresh Blood they do the same thing of contrasting like a Sam and a Dean killing that are very similar, but they frame one as being somewhat sinister and the other one as not. So it felt like a little moment where they were just like, oh, just to remind you, we're supposed to be thinking that Sam came back wrong, so we've got to linger on this just for a
I
minute.
also got that
I did
sense.
not notice that.
Yeah.
I
I
got
was
that
too
sense
busy
from that
looking at the
scene.
V-neck.
Oh. You were too busy accepting the olive branch from the Rusty Bacon
I
shirt.
did appreciate it.
The face as Sam is killing the grandma god. I don't know
She's
what to call them.
not really a grandma, but yes.
No.
The lady
Um
god.
he's so determined and intense about it. And I do think that it is another element of that did Sam come back wrong thing.
Yeah.
I didn't write that down because I don't want that to be true and I don't want to acknowledge that that's a
I
thing.
just
But
thought
I think it
he's
is.
mad because his finger is hurting. And I would
But
feel the same
yeah,
way.
but Jared himself, he does such a good job of being like, okay, it's time to fucking go. Like, he's just like, all right, I have to kill this thing. So now I'm flipping the switch from person who has compassion for something that might not be evil to murderer. And like, he just does it. I'm talking about Jared,
Mm-hmm.
not like,
Well, he's
well,
mad.
Sam
That's a good
probably
actor.
has a little bit of that element too. I mean, he would have
Yeah.
to in his line of work, but like the switch just feels it
He's
just
really
feels
good at it.
he's really
Yeah.
good at it. It feels complete, but it still
Right.
feels like Sam. It
Right.
feels like
Yeah.
Sam just being just how he is, passionate about whatever the thing is that he's doing, whether it's
Yeah.
murdering an evil person
He's
or
mad. He lost his fingernail.
yeah,
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
passionately
But
in
I'm saying,
pain.
like, in the distinction between the way that we see Dean killing the god and Sam killing the god,
Yeah.
like
I
in
I
that
do
way.
think though I do think though this is kind of what I'm driving at is that I think that Jared could have made that same facial expression while Sam was doing it, but had the camera been angled at the same angle that we saw it with Dean, it wouldn't lead you as an audience member to view it as sinister in the same way. Whereas the way that it's framed and shot, I think, is deliberately designed to do that, and is designed as a contrast to the way that they show Dean. To be very clear, I am not saying it is sinister at all. I'm saying
Right.
that is what they narratively are trying to lead us towards because they keep doing it in season 3.
Okay, so flashback number 3 happens.
Yeah.
Dad was here. Look what he brought. Stop lying to my child. Like, it's so
Right?
sad.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
so
exactly.
sad. But it's sad to me because Dean is feeling like he has to lie on John's behalf because he was like, no, Dad will be here, and then Dad isn't.
Yeah.
So Dean has to like try to be like, no, he was. I swear, he just had to leave again.
He's got to scramble while Sam is asleep.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
has to steal
Again,
presents from
it's
children down the street, which is awful.
Dean has been put in an impossible situation by
Well, and
by
clearly is not able to parent Sam because he's terrible at it.
No.
He's a child, and it's canon. I hate it when we have to consistently point to canon because fandom discourse is so fucking insane. This is an example of Dean doing a terrible job being a parent. He can't even hold the facade enough for Sam to be like, "This is a Barbie. What are we doing?" Like
He couldn't just look at the name on the present and see that it said Sarah or whatever.
Well, even if he was trying to get out of there quickly and just grab what he could, he did his best, and it's not good enough because he's not an adult. He's a child.
Correct.
And I'm just fucking over it. Fandom, get your shit together. You're insane.
It's
also,
a special,
Baby Dean is a terrible liar. He's bad at it.
It's a special kind of logic.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope we get like the Dean parent stuff on the rage wheel now after having like already started to work.
Oh my god,
we're there. We're ready.
We're ready.
But yeah,
but then Sam sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, me and my amnesia, I forgot that the present he ends up giving to Dean was a Samulet until he opened it. And I was like, oh my god, this is the origin of the Samulet. How could I forget?
I love this. The whole moment where he's just like, well, Dad's not here and you are. Like, Dad didn't try to give me a Christmas and you did. However shitty it was,
right?
You did. Like, I don't see how anyone watching this episode could ever think that Sam didn't like think the world of Dean. Like
Yeah.
all those
Yeah.
all that discourse about Sam thinking he's better than Dean or that Dean's dumb or whatever. Sam has big brother
Mhm.
idolization of
I mean,
Dean.
he
And
literally says so in
for
the last episode where he's like, I've been looking up to you since I was 4, trying to be like
yeah,
my big
Four.
brother.
like it's so sweet and I just
Yeah.
it made
And
me
the
cry.
Sigh, me too.
Yeah. And the other thing about it is it's like I think the thing that really stands out to me is specifically that dad lied to me. Like again, it's coming back to this idea of how important the truth is to
Yeah.
Sam. So
And it's
he's
truth
saying
about
like
himself too. And
Yeah.
that is
exactly.
important to
So
observe as well.
he's saying like dad lied to me, but you told me this truth, and so
Mhm.
you've engendered my trust. So
Mhm.
you're gonna get this thing,
And it's a
and
betrayal that John doesn't tell him the truth. And I love that Dean kind
yes,
of like
yes.
steps into that role.
Yeah, but I do also think there's like something that then goes on to be so sad about the fact that like Sam's giving Dean the Samular as like a kind of symbol of his trust in
Don't you
him
fucking do it, Vic. Don't you do it.
when
I wasn't
when
gonna
Don't
say
you
it.
do it. Y'all are
you
terrible.
am
I
allowed
wasn't
to
gonna
say
I
it?
was thinking it, but I wasn't gonna say it.
Am I not allowed to say it?
You're
Like
allowed. You're
genuinely.
just really
Say
mean.
it.
It's
Just
fine.
say it.
How dare
I'm
you?
sorry.
She's
I'm
not.
sorry.
Just say it. Rip the band-aid off.
Yes, well, okay, well, I was going to say one when Dean goes on to lie to Sam more than anyone else in the show, and
Oh.
two, Dean throws it in the trash over a lack of faith in Sam. And then I wrote, just kill me, but also, wow, brothers. So
Why
I
don't
made
you
it-
just let me enjoy the moment? Why did you do
I'm
this to
sorry.
me? You're not sorry.
You
I
told
knew
me I could say You told
know.
me I was allowed to say it.
You're allowed. I just am very
Because we're
sad
not gonna
about it.
censor you. It's still your choice, Vic.
It's your choice.
It's your choice to destroy us like this.
It's not my fault that Supernatural existed for 15 years and therefore gave us plenty of ample time to continue to, you know.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
stabbing myself in the eye with my microphone.
But also,
okay.
you know, it doesn't even take
On
that long
purpose?
because
Yes. Immediately, we go to the next scene, and I say, "Oh God!" Then we have to see this awful inside out ass shirt that I also hate. Damn, they really can't let me enjoy this without a caveat, I guess. I was like, "Oh,
love that
me
shirt.
and the Rusty Bacon shirt had a moment with the olive branch and the V-neck, but now you're trying to assault me again."
nothing can
Well,
be perfect in life.
maybe
It's a humbling reminder.
And then
maybe you can get another olive branch out of the fact that I'm pretty sure the alcohol in that
I was about to say,
Yes,
let me know if it needs more kick drink, I think was real and
It
not
is.
yes, it
planned.
was.
I said that's a
It's
real
not-
Jared reaction. Jensen was not expecting that kick.
Yeah. Both Jensen and Jared's reactions are real. Yeah, it's
Right.
like live response of them. I love the fact that they decided to just keep that as the take.
Well,
Like,
they allowed
that's
Jared
so
to be
good.
the one to pour the alcohol, which is so
That was
good.
the mistake. That
like,
was
"Great."
a mistake.
So they present newspaper wrapped like presents, and I said these boys got me tearing up. And then
So
he says,
sad.
"Merry Christmas, bro." It's so cute, and Dean is being
Yeah.
so sincere. It's killing me. And then
I love the like thought in terms of character that goes into both the difference in how they've wrapped the gifts, like the fact that Dean's just kind of like they're just in the bag they came in, and he's just sort of like folded them over and then handed it to Sam, and then
it's so
Sam's like,
simple.
yeah, and then Sam's like wrapped it in newspaper, but you can see he's like properly taped it up and stuff. And I don't mean that as in like one's better than the other. I just mean as in that's like very character consistent to me. That like Sam
Yeah,
will
it shows
take
their
the time on
character.
it. Yeah, and then I also love the choice of the presents themselves, because I think that's also like very in character for them. That Dean goes for something that's okay, a little bit of a like, let's lightly poke fun at Sam by getting him the skin mags and the shaving cream, which is like a joke about, oh, you're old enough to shave now or whatever, you know, like. But it's like a thing that he knows that will make Sam laugh, and then Sam's gone for something that's like thoughtful, but like it's just kind of a token.
It's practical.
Yeah, it's
Fuel
practical,
for me
but
and fuel for my baby.
Sorry.
So they're showing male coded gestures of love. And then I said, "I love you dumb bitches so much." And then they're like, "Let's watch the game." So I think we said all our thoughts. We've got the final thoughts. Let's rate it. What do you guys, are you ready? Is that cool with y'all?
Yeah. I would say my last final thought is just how did they clean up the crime scene of the pagan deities that they murdered in their like front room that are like pillars of this society of this town.
Do they ever just wipe the scene free of their own?
I just thought that one was particularly made me think about it and laugh.
Like his fingernail is left in the little like.
Yeah.
Oh, they better get all that stuff because their blood is in there too.
Yep.
Yeah. We don't need to talk about it, but I just thought it was funny.
My only last thought was Vic, are you okay?
Yes.
What
My only
happened?
last dropped her camera or something. When Sam is spitting all of those facts about, like, Dean is like, Christmas is baby Jesus's birthday, and he's Jesus was probably in the fall. I just love little Professor Sam, and then Dean's like, how do you know that? And I'm like, dude, it's like,
Google it.
It's the linchpin of your whole operation here. You have to look up lore and act on it.
Oh, literally, I said in the last episode, you weren't on it, but I said, why is he acting like this is not a research-based job? Like, that is literally
right.
It's job.
Wild. It's wild.
Thank
And
you.
then
I mean, he asks this quite often about stuff that Sam knows, and my answer personally is always it's called autism, Dean. But you know.
But then also,
yes,
they're talking. Sam is like, okay, so they make these sacrifices, and what does he give you in return? And Dean says, lap dances, hopefully. And I'm like, Dean, why do you want to lap dance from this gross thing? Dean, do we need to have a conversation?
This is such a weird way to end this discussion of this episode.
Sorry,
like,
I wanted to say it a long time ago, but we got off of
I'm pro L starting a monster fucker Dean discourse to counteract all the like monster fucker Sam stuff.
Let's take that to the chatty episode. Wardrobe judgment now, okay? So descriptors are horrendous, adorable, genuinely good, or terrible but great. We're gonna start with Vic. What did you think?
100% terrible but great. That is the highest accolade that I can give a Sam outfit. It is terrible but great all the way. Rusty bacon and inside out maternity shirt. Beautiful. God bless. Thank you.
Elle, what did you say?
Genuinely good.
Wow. How does it feel to be incorrect?
I wouldn't know.
Incorrect.
I'm waiting for your paper on the subject.
See, I consider terrible but great to be like a higher accolade than genuinely good, which is why I'm giving it that instead of genuinely good.
Oh, that's
y'all
funny.
are gonna be like
that's so funny.
Shocked because I gave it terrible but great because there were some really good shirts, and then the Rusty Bacon shirt tried to be nice to me by showing me the V-neck, and so the only time I was genuinely offended was that fucking disgusting inside out piece of shit at the end.
I love the inside out shirt. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. And
also, I would like to say that both, it's interesting that he appeared in the same episode because both the Rusty Bacon shirt and the inside out maternity shirt are also worn by Mahinda in Heroes.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm like, why do you want
so weird that both of those shirts
the worst shirts in Supernatural live on in other shows? Okay, Vic, we are now going to do the Sam girl friendly scale, or Sam fan friendly scale rather. We got screen time enjoyment, hard eyes, 0 to 5. How did you score screen time?
I gave this an 8.5 because it's like
an 8. Hey, I love hyperbole. You can give it an 8 if you want to.
No.
Okay.
It's 4.85.
Cool.
The scores aren't real.
Yeah. It's a very much like, I would say, like very much a brothers episode in the truest and nicest sense. So it's not like Sam all the time, but it's also like Sam is on the screen all the time. It's just not like solely about him, but that is not an issue in any way. So,
Oh, what about you?
I gave it a 4.8 for much the same reasons.
I gave it a 5. I thought it was perfect. I love every moment of this episode. Every time he was on screen is great. Every time he was not on screen, when was that? Because we got 2 different versions of Sam. Like,
that's true.
It's great.
Can I change mine? I want to change mine.
Nope, you locked it in. Sorry. No, yeah, you can.
No, I refuse.
All right, change it to what?
I want to change it to a 5 too.
Cool.
I wasn't taking into consideration that we actually got 2.
We got 2 Sams from 2 timelines. So much lore. Every time we went into a flashback.
Can I mine up too, please?
Hell yeah, let's do it. Because then it was like
thought about the double Sam. That's got to earn points. Yeah.
So
maybe that
enjoyment.
does mean it's like an 8.5.
Yeah, that you were right.
You were right the
You
first
were
time,
right
Vic.
the first time. Okay.
I
Double
think I
the
was.
Sam.
So true.
Double W friend. Okay. Enjoyment on a scale from 0 to 5, Vic. How did you enjoy this as a Sam fan?
So I gave this a 4.9. The points were knocked off for me having to endure Sam's nails being ripped out.
So fair. So fair. Elle, what about you?
A 5, because I got to endure Sam's nails being ripped off.
You're like, for the exact reason you
Yeah,
deducted,
as
add.
we all know, usually I would be on Team Wump, but nails being ripped out is definitely
That's
not.
where you draw the line.
Yeah,
I
that's
gave
where
it
draw my line.
I gave it a 5 because the nail thing didn't bother me because it looked fake enough. I was just like, whatever. And
It did
I
look pretty fake.
love this episode. Like, it's one of
It's
the
just
only ones
concept.
I will literally watch out of context. Like,
Yeah.
I don't often put a supernatural episode on its own. Like, I will watch it in like through the series. But this one I
Yeah.
put on every Christmas. I love it.
It's an interesting series to me in that sense because I feel like a lot of Monster Inc. episodes you can kind of watch them more individually, whereas I find myself never really doing that with Supernatural.
This is
Yeah.
the only one. All right, Hard Eyes is the last one. 0 to 5, Vic.
Oh, a 5.
5
It
for
has
the
to be.
Hard Eyes.
I
What about
mean,
you, Elle?
this is kind of where I was considering the double Sam because it automatically is a 5 just from
Sam,
Colin's presence.
Texas. Elle?
5. 5 for
Same.
me.
I give it straight 5s. This is maybe the first one I've ever done that for. Except for possibly All Hell Breaks Loose. I loved this episode's perfect. It's so good. So I gave it a 5. Elle gave it a 5. Vic gave it a 4.96. So overall, it's a
Wow.
4.98. Highest probably we've ever rated.
I was
Let's
gonna
rate
say, I
it
think
on the
that's higher
general
than we
scale
thought.
and see how that if
Yeah.
how Sam might have affected like just in general what kind of episode this is. So on the general scale, we've got writing and directing as 1, acting, and then just general enjoyment without our Sam goggles on. So we'll start with Vic.
Yeah.
For writing and directing on a scale from 0 to 5, what do you think?
I gave this a 4.8. I think the writing is really good. I think the directing is good. I think it makes good use in some places of like some stylistic stuff to get it to feel in that kind of like Christmas special-y vein, but
Yeah.
it didn't jump out at me in the way that some other directing in the show does. So
Right.
yeah, I think a 4.8.
Elle, what about you for writing and directing?
I'm gonna give it a 4.9.
Cool.
I really liked almost every choice that was made.
Mm-hmm. I gave it a 4.8. I think it was really, really high. It's not a perfect episode, but it's pretty damn close, in my opinion. All right. Acting is our next
Okay,
next category.
this was hard because if it was just I was just rating it off Colin, it would get a 5.
Yeah,
Probably,
100%.
to be honest, if I was just rating it off the 2 pagan gods, they might score a straight 5 as well.
They're
because I
so
think
funny.
they nailed what they were supposed to be doing.
I agree. And
Absolutely
just that
nailed
little
it.
kid like reacting to Krampus was
Yeah.
really good.
Oh my
Um,
god, yeah.
But
Mhm.
yes, I like that young Dean, but you're right that he's not the best actor.
No.
So I do have to knock some points off for him, unfortunately. So 4.3.
Okay. And Elle?
4.75
Oops.
for me.
Okay.
I actually liked Young Dean.
I gave it a 4.5 because of Dean. Like he dragged it down to me for me. I just can't buy into that kid's acting. I think he's trying, but it's not good in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't like
I don't
it.
know what it is. I don't know. I'm okay
All right.
being wrong on this one.
It's okay. It's your opinion. It can't be. It's your opinion. You can't be wrong. All right, Vic. We're gonna finish out with just no Sam Goggle enjoyment. How would you enjoy this episode? Just generally.
I think it's still a 5.
Yeah.
It's just a really enjoyable episode.
It's
to
so
watch.
good. It's so fun.
It
Elle?
nails what it set out to do perfectly. So.
Perfectly.
I agree. I also give it a 5. I would watch this on its own anytime.
I gave it a 4.8 because I think my love for Sam like overshadowed the bad baby Dean like acting. So it's not a perfect episode. Like if I didn't love Sam, I would still point that out that kid isn't very good at acting. So I enjoy. So my average for this is 4.7 on the general scale. So is Vic's. Ours are different numbers, but we ended up with the same average.
That's
And
funny.
then L is a 4.8. So the general rating for the Christmas special is 4.76, which is lower than the Sam scale, which is 4.98. Almost a perfect score as a
I think
Sam
that makes
fan.
sense. Yeah.
Guys, we did it. And we need to go record another
my
episode.
God.
But I'm
Yes.
so glad to have had you guys on this one.
Woo!
Say goodbye to everyone. We'll see you next time.